minutes here of our week 3 lecture. I had a little technical difficulties yesterday, and guys, it happens sometimes. So just got to kind of, I don't know, muscle through it, get through it however you can and get it done, right? So, all right. So, I was talking about that thesis statement and just, just using that phrases like I have, the purpose of this paper will focus on, my paper is analyzing, any kind of phrasing like that alert your readers to what that main topic is of to what that main topic of your paper will or is. I still said that wrong, but you guys understand what I'm saying. And then what you're going to do once you get to that second paragraph, that's then where you're going to first talk about your first main point. So let's just say propaganda, looking at how any one of these men rallied the people, brought fascism to their country. You could say propaganda is one of the main points. You could talk about imperialism. That would be one of your main points. You could talk about World War I, or if you're talking about the Treaty of Versailles, each one of those would be a main point that you would write a paragraph about and frame that around the context of just that idea of how fascism came to be in that country. And then make sure that you are supporting yourself with in-text citations and references. And remember, guys, a good rule of thumb is just one in-text citation per paragraph. As long as you have one in-text citation per paragraph, you're good to go as far as those APA requirements are concerned. And then, of course, you want that title page and that reference page too when it comes to those assignments. And then when you get to that conclusion paragraph, the introduction, but backwards, because with the introduction, you're summarizing those main points. With that conclusion, you're going back and refreshing your reader's memory. So you're re-summarizing. So it's important to restate that thesis. And in restating that thesis, you don't just copy and paste that thesis sentence from your introduction. You rewrite it. So you just say it a little bit differently and, use that past tense context. So like in this essay, we examine Mussolini's rise to power in Italy. In this essay, we explored how fascism came to be in Japan. You see how I'm saying the same thing? It's that same statement about what that paper was about, but I'm just using different words for it. So that's how you restate that thesis. And then last, guys, just another little remember, just one in-text citation per paragraph is a good rule of thumb to help you with meeting those APA requirements. And remember, guys, these tips I give you with academic writing and APA, they can apply to any class, any subject, any topic that you're writing on. This is just, the basic way to go about doing it. And then, once you get this basic formula down, like I always say, you'll find that it opens that space so you have more critical analysis and you're able to be more creative with your voice in the way that you go about saying things. It takes a little, time and practice, but the more you practice at it, the more you keep including these elements, the more you look over the examples. I promise you, it will one day, everything will click into place, and you'll have that insight learning aha moment, be like, oh gosh, why didn't I get this before? And that's okay, guys. Life is a learning and growing process, and sometimes something that's very obvious, it does take a little while, and by that thousandth time, like I said, it will kick into place. It's perseverance and to keep practicing at it. And you guys know, once again, you need any help with any of this, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help you guys be as successful as you can in your educational journeys. Our educations are important to all of us, and I want to do whatever I can for you guys. Why I am involved in this little leg of your journey, and I appreciate all of you. I think class is going really great so far. Keep up the great work, guys. As I'm talking, you can just see this is just the basic APA stuff we've been talking about every week. Best way to do this in text citations is, remember APA is that formula. Who wrote it? When was it written? What is it? And where did you get it? So, in text citations, last name and date. If you're using a website, say like history.com, you can just say history.com, comma, whatever 2020, whatever the date is of that article from there. Or you can do history.com editors. I'm okay with that too, but just websites, it'll be that name and date. It's always name and date, guys. All right, and then remember those references. They're the full source, so that's all parts of the formula. You want to make sure that you have answered when you write that reference out. And so, as an example, there is our textbook. Just note the punctuation. Note those different fonts, and then since we got this online, I know you guys can't. We what happened this semester that we don't have access to that online anymore. But since I got it online, you see I use that URL. Now, let me real quickly show you guys this. Now, if I was gonna come on now, if I think it's I can't remember the name of the town. I think it's Boston, Massachusetts is where Cengage is. But if I were to do this as the hard copy book, with probably most of you have, I would then do it like that, because you see that information, we're following that formula. Who wrote it? What's the date? What is it? Where did you get it? That's what's changing, is our where did you get it information. And since we didn't get it online, we have that actual hard copy textbook in hand. Then the where did you get it is going to be the city, the state, and then who the publishers are. So like actually Boston, Massachusetts for Cengage. I believe it is, but I'm just trying to show you how to do that example. So, all right, guys, you're awesome. If you need anything, let me know, and I will EC you in the week 3 discussions. Thanks, guys. Bye.